Hey, ladies and gentlemen, thought I'd make a follow-up video because I left some stuff out, and Ruthie was like, "Why, you should have put that in the video, you should have put that in the video, you should have put that in the video." Okay, yeah, I should have, but it didn't. So, well, here, I'll make a new video and put it in the video. So anyway, last night, I was noticing that my ABS light wasn't coming on. And so I went out there, and salt had got in it and ate up the wiring. So I replaced the wiring, and it still didn't want to come on. So yeah, so this morning I got out there when it was early. It was nice and cool, and got up there, and I noticed, if you'll refer back to the last video where I was under the trailer, saw two wires that were 8.5. They were spliced, but the splices weren't sealed, and so salt got in there and ate them in half. So I fixed those, and while I was fixing those, somebody had made a new brace going across at one time, goes across from chassis to chassis, and they welded the shocks to it, and they did a really crappy job. And so I noticed the welds were broken, and I'd never noticed that before. So and then I noticed the shock was completely broke, and it was rubbing against the airbag. Oh crap, I'm gonna have to fix that. So I got my welder out and got everything set up, and don't let me forget to tell you a joke I heard this morning about flies. So I got the welder out and got up under there, and I didn't bring a grinded disc. I was able to get it cleaned up enough to where I could get contact with the welder, but I didn't have a grinding disc to get the old welds off. And so I was just going to weld the old weld back on, but guess what? My helmet isn't working, and so I don't have nothing to protect my eyes. And I am seeing yellow right now, and I can feel the backs of my eyes are hurt. They're bruised from the flashes, and I don't need to do that. That's bad news. And so anyway, so I bet I put a few tack welds on the top of it and on the side and on the bottom, just kind of keep it in place until I can go get a new helmet and a grinding disc, and I can grind all that old crap off of there, and I could weld away, without damaging my eyeballs. And so my APU handles that welder. It can handle the job. I just can't blind myself right now. So, but it is tacked up there where it won't harm anything. And so I got those two wires spliced and sealed up from the weather. And of course I didn't get time to check it out because I still haven't checked it out, but because I got sidetracked by that shock being broke off like that. And so I had my tool bags out on one side of the truck, and I had my welder. I was pulling my welder out, and this driver pulls up. I guess he must have been watching me from across the intersection there, because I've been noticing lots of trucks they'll pull over on the off ramp, which I never do. I always pull over on the on ramp. Off ramps are dangerous because cars are coming from a high rate of speed, and so if there's a chance to wipe out, that's the place to do it. And so I always get on the on ramp, not the off ramps. And so anyway, I noticed trucks were parking on the off ramps and sitting over there. I don't know if they were watching me or not, but just say if they were. But anyway, this guy comes along as I'm pulling the welder out and says something, and I couldn't hear him. And so I jumped up on his driver's side door and said, "What'd you say?" And he said, "You must have been a Boy Scout when you were a young man. When you were a boy," he said. "I ain't never seen anybody as prepared as you." I said, "Yeah, oh yeah." I said, "I've been an owner-operator for a really long time, and I got to have all my tools to fix my truck on the side of the road, when I need to." He said, "Yeah, you sure are prepared." And then he gave me a fist bump, and I said, "See you, man," because there's traffic behind him. Appreciate it. Check us out on Big Belly Rebuilds. And so that's when I made that video earlier that you guys saw. And so we do a follow-up video because Ruthie wanted me to tell you about the driver that said that. And so yeah, so now I've made that video, and don't let me forget about the joke that I learned this morning, because I got the window down, flies have been coming in and visiting me, and so this fly was flying along, and it was hungry. It saw a pile of crap, and so it jumped on that pile of crap and gobbled it up. Blah, 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 blah. Well, the fly had gobbled up too much crap and decided, and couldn't fly away, and saw this shovel and walked up that shovel and got to the top of the shovel and decided if he jumped off that shovel, he'd be able to fly, to get out there and fly. So the fly jumps off, and it goes to a crash landing and kills itself. And you ask yourself, what's the moral of the story? The moral of the story is, when you're full of shit, don't fly off the handle. So anyway, so that's what's going on with me, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here in Macon, Georgia, across the street from the on the other side of the highway from Love's, Macon, Georgia. I'm here strategically. It puts me where I can look on the load board and catch St. Louis, Kansas City, Omaha, Des Moines, all in those surrounding areas, and look for a load. Loads are coming back from, I've deadheaded 1,300 miles, and I know that's ridiculous, but the loads are ridiculous. They're $1.50, $1.60, $1.70. The best I seen was $2.59 coming out of Minneapolis going to North Carolina. And by the way, I did call on those loads, and they were gone. And but anyway, later on it popped up again, and it went up another $1,000. And I guess nobody taking them. I don't know what the problem was, but anyway, so he said that they need a team. I was like, well, I'm not a team, so I said I would have hauled it for you for $4,000 going down to North Carolina, and I think it was like, I don't know, but anyway, it's close. Anyway, so I would have hauled it. It's 15,000 pounds, $4,000 from Minneapolis to North Carolina. So, but or I think I would have hauled it. I just didn't get all the details. But anywho, so I was for a team driver. That's the best load that I've seen. All the other loads, and I couldn't even get those because they were gone. And the one that wasn't gone, they needed a team. And I did book a load with Sureway. What are they? Sureway and something. I can't remember who they joined up with, but Sureway. I booked a load with this lady coming out of Yankton, South Dakota. It was paying $1.76 a mile, weighed 40,000 pounds, going to somewhere by Rome, Georgia. And so I was in Rapid City at the time, and so I came on over and came to the exit where Yankton was, and I still hadn't got an email or a phone call from the lady, and never did. So apparently somebody underbid me. That's generally what happens, is somebody will call right behind you, and she said, oh yeah, I just booked that load, I'm fixing to send the paperwork right now. Whoa, and they'll cut your throat. So somebody wanted that load so bad they hauled it for less than $1. I think it was 67 or 76, something like that. Come on, that's ridiculous, people. Why do you do stuff like that? There's no money in it, so you're gonna go and haul it for less? Anyway, don't let me get all wound up on that stuff. So I appreciate your advice, Mike, on park it and get a job. Just may do that. Just may do that. If this little last thing that I try out doesn't work out, just may have to do that. You guys have a wonderful Sunday. Have a wonderful day wherever you are. Have lots of fun. Don't be a truck driver like me. God bless, and later.